Alright, so now we're on to the third sketchbook in the series, well, fourth technically. So this one is from, let's see, it is from April, starting in April. I was testing out colors here. It's sketchbook number 57. Yeah, so we have some horse skeletons. Oh, I believe that this is from there was a character design book, and I was using some of the challenges it gave to make some cool designs of weird horse creatures. Trying to go a little bit slower because I noticed in my last few recordings that I went a little bit too fast. So this time, hopefully, I'll go a little bit slower and people can actually see what I'm talking about instead of me saying something and then flipping the page 5 seconds later. This is another page that I got out of the book. It was supposed to be, I think, heads mounted on a wall, like weird creatures that would be mounted on a hunter's wall. I really like this guy and this one and this one and this one. I like a lot of these. They're nice and fun. And then more from it. And then one of the challenges was to design the hunter who hunts all these creatures. So I started doing that on this page. Started coming up with a couple things. And then I expanded on them a little bit. I like this guy. It's him and his kid, and they go hunting together. She just kind of sucks. I believe that's what was her story, is that she just kind of sucks. This time it's like, this one's like a little bit more precious and adorable because it's just this dad and his son, and they go out adventures. And I really like his stripy sleeves. Those are really cute. Another one from the same book. This one was fish. Just fish that you would catch. And they go ranging from like basically video game stats of like a common catch to like a trophy catch. So this one was a trophy catch. A good catch right there. Same here. This is, I'm just making sure you can see it. This is a vampire that I came up with some friends. This is Irene. She runs a boarding house for vampires. She just takes in any like young vampires who've just turned, and she just makes sure that they're okay and that they can figure out things in the world, because she thinks too many vampires leave the people, just like turn people in and just leave them, and she's like, that's stupid, I'm gonna take them in and basically be like their mom. But like she never thinks of it that way. She's just like, okay, this is how you do it, I'm gonna make food for tonight because why not. There's more of her. I decided that she has this stupid big cloak that like her like basically like vampire brother made. They're real they aren't, oh my god, they aren't actually related. They just like he kind of took her in when she first turned. They became buddies. And then anything underneath the cloak she gets from the thrift store. Anything that fits in the thrift store, she'll take it and she'll just have it. So that's why she has this terrible outfit here and this terrible outfit there. She just doesn't really care what she wears anymore besides the cloak. Here's her when she first turned. Yeah, she was like a little stable maid or whatever. Really loved the sheep. There's more of her with, I like the transition of, oh, look at this baby, I'm your mother now. I wear terrible shirts. This one says Future Hooter Girl. This one says Happy Birthday Jan. And that's the luxury, if you can afford sweater. I did a few more fish. And there she is again. I thought maybe she'd wear this big hat when she goes outside. I think that's her vampire brother too. Yep. I don't really know what's happening on this page. Notes about Breath of the Wild over there. I don't know what's happening on this page. I know there's a knight, and I love this guy. I don't know who he is, but I already love him. I haven't developed him ever again, but I love him. Oh, and then the frog princess. I always come back to her. She is a character I will always, always, always revisit. I want to make a story with her someday, but you know, I haven't really done it. I started working on little story things here, like maybe the mother and father were human and someone got cursed or something, which I thought would be fun. I don't know. It switches back and forth between things I make up. I think the current story right now is that her father is the original frog prince, and he never got turned back into a frog. It was like Princess and the Frog Disney movie style, where like they kissed and then the princess became a frog, and then they just never went back. So that's her. I really love her. She's lots of fun to draw, and I don't know, she's just really nice. This is, I know who this is. This is Bethany. She was this character I made when I was just kind of in a rough patch, and I had a lot of problems, and I kind of put them all on her, and then I was like, and then one of my friends who did like the same thing, we had like two characters that were completely horrible. She redesigned the character and made it different and was like, this is how I do things, this is how I guess cope. I don't really know if that's the right way to say it, but like, and I was like, well, I should do that because I feel like I've grown enough that I can do that. So I worked on her a little bit. She's like this mad scientist who makes robot birds. And I love her. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Nymphs. I was working on the squire, this guy from my last video. He is a squire, and I believe I made it so that he's half nymph. So here I was trying to figure out the designs for the nymph. Like, do I want it to be tall and skinny? Do I want it to be like a big round bust tree woman? Because like, you know, not all trees are big and skinny. Tall and skinny, it's fine. So I'm just figuring out designs for her. Let's see. Dragon, of course. Nothing new. Then I had this little interaction with him. Like I said in the last video, he grows a plant on top of his head at some point. So here it is. Here's the plant on his head. He freaks out about it because it's a freaking leaf on like his head that's growing out of the top of his head. And his knight, the knight who's training him comes over and pulls it up and is like, and then it pops back up, grows right back up again. She's like, oh, fuck. Well, I guess that's a thing now. And then they go, oh, gore. By the way, I love gore. I used to draw it all the time. I don't draw it as much anymore, but it's still lots of fun to draw gore. Then there's him again after he pulls out like a whole bunch of leaves and just like, and they just all fall around him, and he's like, well, I guess that's that. And then there's some thumbnails for an illustration class. I believe there was some in the last video too. Oh, yep, more gore and fun things. I really love this page. I wanted to color all of it in, but then I never got around to it, besides like this one and that one in the corner. I don't know what's happening on this page. I'll just kind of let you guys look at this because it's kind of a mess. This is sometimes when I'm feeling very creative, but I don't have anything to like put it into, I'll just do this. There will be a few pages like this most likely, and a few of my sketchbooks that are just really weird for some reason, and they've got all these like nice lines. Same here. I love this little guy in a big coat. He's really cute. More gore. Again, I used to draw gore all the time. My favorite thing to draw was like cute little cartoon characters, and like they're either like cutting themselves open in like the center or stitching themselves back up, or like just they all smiling and happy, but they're like falling to pieces. I don't know why it was so fun to draw that, but it was fun to draw that. I drew myself with a little crown because I used to call myself the gore queen when when I was with my friends. That's what I used to call myself. And more. There was some flowers growing out of that one. I don't know what's happening with that guy. Oh, and then I watched that cute little Satina. That is what it's called. That's there's an animated show called Satina. I forgot like the full name, but I remember her name is Satina because I wrote it down. And it's like this human parent, and he's like not married. They had a kid together, and so now it's like you get it for the day because it's Father's Day, and it's a really adorable. You should go check it out. These are some notes for things I was making a whole bunch of origami cranes. This is just like notes and stuff in a dragon. It's kind of lame. Another page like that. More dragons and Spring Hill Jack. Lots of dragons. There's Spring Hill Jack again because I've tried to develop him a little bit again because I think this is when I first my friend was first like, do you want him to be like your character? And I was like, okay. So this is when I first got him. So I was like, well, now I should do things with him. So I worked on his story a little bit, and when he was like, I decided that I don't want him to have a romantic relationship because that's originally what he had, and I was like, maybe he's just Spring Hill Jack, and he's like this gruff old dude. He's like, I just want to be left alone. Let me bounce along the rooftops with nobody like messing with me. I wanted him to have like a little like kind of adopted daughter thing maybe. Because he's got to open up with people. I love him a lot. I don't know what it is, but I really love him. He's just really good. And the Kermit the Frog, of course, and more dragons. And oh, here we go. Another page like that. I was just doing a lot of those pages in this book. Ta-da. Again, I have to make sure that I slow down a little bit because I noticed the last video when I was editing it that I went a little bit too fast. So, yeah. There's a lot going on in these pages. Okay, now let's orient it so I think it's this way. Okay. Yep, there we go. More Spring Hill Jack. I thought about maybe he has like a little scientist friend, which originally this was his love interest, and then I was like, what if they're just friends? Because you don't have to have, like, everybody doesn't need to have a romantic relationship. Anyway, and there's his dad, his stinky, stinky dad. Originally we had him, so we made special soup. I won't tell you what was in the special soup, but it was special soup. Me and my friend make jokes about that. More Irene and some tap dancers. I don't know why I was drawing tap dancers. Just every now and then I'll draw tap dancers. I really want to learn how to tap dance because I do it anyway to like stim while I'm listening to music. It's like my favorite thing to do. I like to make myself look really weird on the subway so people want to interact with me. So that's kind of also why I do it, and I dance around and whatever. There's more Irene. She's making beef blood stew because she's gotta feed her kids. I don't know who this is. I love him though. Like I love this thing I drew. All the other things I drew with him, it looks shit, but I like this. And more Irene. Irene just kind of being Irene. Oh, Muppets, that's right. I found the Muppets on, like, I think Daily Motion. I found, like, the episodes of the Muppets, and I was like, time to watch all of these. I never got around to watching all of them, but, like, I started to, and I remembered how much I loved the first episode of the Muppets because we have it on DVD. So I used to watch the first one over and over again because that's what would always start, and then as it went on, I would slowly, like, fall asleep or something, but that's the one I remember the most, is the first episode. More Spring Hill Jack interactions and Irene. Oh, and that's one of my friend's characters. I really love Irene being a protective mama. I really love that. there she's again listening to some music while she cleans the house, probably. uh, oh my god, look, it's Irene cleaning the ceiling. Oh my god, I forgot that I drew that. It's Irene cleaning the ceiling. She's like, you know how, in like vampire movies, they've got them like they can walk on walls or whatever. There she is cleaning the ceiling, because of course that's what she does. Oh my god, I love it when I stumble upon drawings like this where I'm like, I forgot that I drew that, and that is hilarious. Anyway, here is Spring Hill Jack and his friend again. His scientist friend is like, oh my god, I love, like, he's like, oh my god, he's like completely fascinated with this dude, because he's like, dragons? Half dragon? Tell me more. Like, he's writing down notes and stuff. There was this like scene that me and my friend like did that was like he's talking with somebody, and like the person asks, any wings? And he's like, I can feel where they're gonna pop out. So like we decided that like every like 10 years he has to like do a certain ritual in order to like keep alive or something, and those every 10 years he'd become more and more of a dragon when he turns into his, you know, creature self. So I thought that was like, I don't know why, but I just was like, that statement is so cool. I can feel where they're going to be. I don't know what it was about that, but I just thought that was the coolest. And then I thought maybe his scientist friend grows a beard at some point, because I thought that'd be adorable. Wolves. There he is again, being a dork. I really love these two. I'm really happy that I changed their dynamic up a bit. I'm also really happy I got him. Now I'm gonna go draw a whole bunch of Spring Hill Jack after this. Dragons. Dogs. More dragons. Pause for effect. Oh, then I started trying to draw some scenery, because I don't draw that scenery that much, so I thought I should practice. So houses, castles. I then came up with this story of like a bunch of crocodiles, the kingdom, the prince and like the king and the queen and everybody in the castle goes away, and they left their child behind, and all the crocodiles in the moat come out and they play around in the castle because nobody's there, and the crocodiles in the moat come and play in the castle. And I wrote it kind of like as if it was like a kid's book, because it's just cute. And they come and they see the sleeping princess, and they're like, hold on, I think it's in the next page. Yes, they're like I want to be her mother. Like all the like dude crocodiles are like, I want to be her mom, and everybody, and like they're all like, no, I want to be her mom. And then one of them's like, guys, we can all be her mom. And they're like, oh, got it. I still really love that idea. I don't know, maybe I'll do something with that later. And then there's this dude, I don't know, I was just having fun with the idea of like a scarecrow who is possessed by a demon, and he can't talk because his mouth is stitched shut, so he can't talk. And he has a crow that comes along with him and kind of speaks for him, and he's this little lanky dude, and he's just like a little, just, I don't know. I really liked this design that I did. Dragons. Gladys. I think I was watching Jacksepticeye play Portal 2, and I just was like, oh yeah, Portal. I used to draw Wheatley all the time. Like, all the time. It was ridiculous. Then I made up this. This is a architecture thing I made up because, I don't know, I like architecture. Dragons and Scarecrow Man again. Me. I don't know. I was having a bad day there. Oh, here we go. Sardine. This is Sardine. She's this lady who died, I think. She was murdered, and then she got shoved into one of these diving suits. And so now she just kind of walks around in a diving suit because she's like a zombie ghost thing. I don't know. I really love her. She's adorable. She wears stupid outfits because I think she was murdered in the 80s or something like that. I can't remember what her, like when she was murdered. It keeps changing sometimes. Then I was drawing swans because I think somebody did draw this in your style thing. I was gonna have this swan in the big dress be like, I'm gonna call her gross because swans are very aggressive, and I find that hilarious that they're like, oh, it's so elegant, and really swans are just like, they're just like geese but bigger and like more majestic looking. That's about it. I thought that was funny. Then I think I was watching Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, and I was like, I want to draw horses now. So I was drawing horses, and I was thinking about like how they're like, yeah, I was just drawing horses. Yep, more dragons, of course, because I don't know. I guess you could say the warm-up sketches of dragons, because I don't know. Dragons. Then I was thinking about how they have funky anatomy, some rabbits too, because I was thinking about how they are fun to draw as well. And then I was thinking about CalArts because I ended up not going to Cal, like I didn't send anything to CalArts. I ended up not like even sending in like a sketchbook or anything. I did not apply. And I just was like, well, I feel like I should at least try to apply to CalArts. So this is when I first was like, I wanna do that. I think I was thinking about doing a I was thinking about doing like an animated introduction. Then I realized that you're not supposed to do that. But oh, here's some owls. Owls. I was thinking about big owls, like tall owls, kind of normal looking owls, and big chunky owls. I really liked her, the big tall lady owl. Yeah. Yeah. Just some stuff. Oh, here's like a. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what was happening here. Yeah, I honestly have no idea what's happening on this page. So let you look at it and then go to the next one. Oh, and then I was thinking about designs for my teacup dragon who collects teacups. I don't know. She's just big and spiky, and yeah, she's just really fun. Yep, there she is again. There she is with expressions. There's Kay, of course, and just dragons. I was writing notes because we actually have a teacher that went to CalArts, and he gives a lot of really good advice on how to get into the animation industry. So I always take notes in his class. Big teethy monsters because they're always fun to draw. More gore. I honestly don't know why I draw gore so much. It's just fun, I guess. Dragons, and then we'll turn so you can see this lady who I honestly really love a lot. She's really adorable. She picks flowers and she's got a big sniffer, and for some reason I remember I was listening to a My Favorite Murder about like I think a great fire of some sort. I don't know why suddenly I remember that I was listening to that while I was drawing this. It doesn't have anything to do with her, but I just remember that that's what I was listening to when I was drawing this big sniffy lady. Because I think I drew her here, and then I was like, I kind of like that whole thing with the big nose. So, and then I worked on her a bit more because, I don't know, I just really liked her. She loves flowers. She collects flowers. That's what she does. there she is again. I was thinking about how she moves, because, you know, you gotta figure that out. She kind of prances around. Then we have... I was really obsessed with Animal Crossing, and I saw everyone else was drawing them as people, and so I did that too, but only one right here. And I drew myself playing the game. More Spring-Heeled Jack. You can tell who he is. I don't gotta point him out. And some kind of big bird. Just making sure that it fits in the camera. Because sometimes I move this thing around and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It's not in the camera anymore. Here she is, Sardine. She calls herself Sardine because she can't remember anything from her past life, so she has no idea about, like, what her actual name is and who murdered her. So I figured that this dude murdered her, or no, he knew her. He didn't murder her. I think that's the story that I developed. Originally, he did murder her, but I think I had it so her dad did it or something. I don't know. It was because she was being gay or something, and that guy was kind of a douchebag. I don't know. Again, I'm still working on the story. I'm still working on it. There they are again. They're fishing. Because she meets him, and he's like, oh shit, this is my reckoning or something. And she's like, hi, who are you? And he's like, oh, you must be some other some other murdered lady who was shoved into an old diving suit. So yeah. Oh yeah, someone was talking about, I guess the swing, and I thought it was hilarious that this dude is, like, there looking up her skirt, and, like, I thought that was so funny. Yeah, but there they are fishing. I think it's adorable that they have kind of a friendship. And then I watched Mepity's video on how to make a portfolio for CalArts because I was getting really excited about CalArts. Also, I'm going to show this Killer Clown from Outer Space here. So I took a bunch of notes on it, on what I should do and stuff like that. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So just like a whole bunch of notes and also some ideas for how I wanted the intro page to be, like the first page of my sketchbook. I think I doodled this and I was like, this should be my first page on my sketchbook. So I do actually have my CalArts sketchbook I will put on here at some point, and it'll be cool, I think. I probably won't get accepted, but I can try because I just feel like I need to try because I completely, like, ditched the idea when I was first applying for colleges, so I just felt like, you know, I should at least try. But this is my intro page idea, which I wanted to have, like, basically I wanted my brain to be exposed and a bunch of, like, creatures to be flying out of it, so that's what I have on my first page. Then I just got really excited about it, so I did a bunch of doodles that I was like, oh, this would be great in my CalArts sketchbook, and I haven't done any of this in my CalArts sketchbook yet. I love this little moth lady. There's some people dancing, I guess. Oh, I really love this one. I also really love using my brush pens or Sharpies or anything, because I love using them. They're lots of fun to use. I love her. I painted her afterwards because I just thought she needed some color. There's some people in a cape. There's me talking about how I really love digital because the paper pages make really nice sounds. Like when I... like that and that. They make really nice sounds, okay? Then we have, you know, arcade box things. Because I think Lemon Demon's Cabinet Man came on, and I was like, time to draw some cabinets. Oh, and using the cabinet. Then I talked about how I do life drawings, and the teacher's always like, there's no time for the face or minor details, and I'm like, they matter to me. They're very important to me that I have these things. Like, I gotta have them. And so I wrote a little comic about that. And, you know, hand things on how they would play an arcade game. Yeah. And then I started thinking about doing gouache, which was, I shouldn't have. I should have left it, not done anything with it, because all the gouache paintings I have in my sketchbook so far are really, really shit. And I feel terrible I'm making the CalArts people look at them, because they're not good at all. Anyway, just, this is where it all began. I was like, because I got really excited because they said it's like acrylic and watercolor at the same time, but also it's a new medium, and I didn't take that into, like, I should have listened. I know, I just should have figured that, like, oh, it's a new medium, maybe I shouldn't put it in my sketchbook, but I did anyway, so I don't know. Some of them turned out okay, so that's something. Yep, dragons, frogs, owls. Oh, and I stayed up like really late when I was doing this too. I think it was like 3 a.m. when I finally went to bed, because I just got really excited and started just drawing and drawing and drawing. So, yeah. Yeah, just some more drawings. Fish. I don't know who that is. That might be Dan Avidan, but I have no idea. Some life drawings. I tried to do some doodles of things on my desk, but they all turned out really bad. Faces, because I thought I was bad at faces. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm bad at faces. More life drawings. More faces, because again, I thought I was, well, I have no idea if I'm bad at faces or not. These look actually really nice, now that I'm looking at these. The ones in my sketchbook I don't think look as nice as this. So, that's not really nice. That is shit, though. That one's shit. I don't know what that bird is, but, you know. Yep. I think I did some flowers, some plant stuff. Then also more faces, which, yeah, again, these faces actually look really nice. Again, faces, hands. I think I'm pretty good at with hands, but like, I don't know. I feel like I needed to practice just a little bit. This is blank. I hate that this is blank. Why is this blank? Why did I leave this blank? Anyway, faces. Then I did more life drawings, and I did them so with like color and stuff to give them a bit of a personality, I guess. So you have this lady, and she wasn't actually holding a snake, but I gave her a snake because why not? And we have this one who's just kind of chilling. I think I actually sketched it out in watercolor first, and then I went over it with pencil. More of it. I kind of liked doing like the sketch and or the shadows in watercolor. She was a really cool. I used Croquis Cafe for these because just because I could, and I wanted to, so I did. Yep, more, you know, just figure drawings, because why not, you know, because why not. Yep. Oh, and she was wearing a veil at some point too, and I thought that was really cool. Oh, here's this lady. She has really bright lipstick. I thought that was kind of fun. I actually really like this drawing. Damn, this is actually kind of a nice drawing. Anyway, and that's it. I guess I didn't do an end page. That's okay. So yeah, that's that's that sketchbook, which is the 57th. Next, I think I have like one more that's like already done from like, this was, the next one's gonna be like the 58th sketchbook. And then after that, it's gonna be probably like after that, actually I'm pretty close to finishing up my next one, but after that it'll probably be like every month. Every month I'll have a new sketchbook because I fill these things out really quickly. I don't remember when I finished this one. This one might have actually taken me a bit longer than normal, because I go through these things pretty fast, like really fast. So it'll probably be every month or just whenever I finish a sketchbook. So don't expect a whole bunch, like every week, to have a new sketchbook. This is just so that I have some stuff on here because I really like doing these sketchbook tours, so I wanted to do them. So boom, there you have it. There's that sketchbook.